Hey you guys! Today we are going to talk about the latest news in the AI cryptocurrency market. Let's take a look at what is happening with this market right now. Who is the leader in this field? What events have happened recently? Of course, we will discuss your favorite AI tokens and the latest news about them. So be sure to watch this video all the way through, because I promise it will be one of the most important videos you will see in the near future. Of course, don't forget to subscribe, because I talk about AI news and review tokens regularly. So by subscribing, you will not miss any more very useful information. As usual, I'd like to start with a small overview of the major AI news. In this section, we are not talking about crypto tokens, but about AI in general. Some may think this is unnecessary and boring, but it is not. This is a very important part of the overall conversation in this space, as it adds to the understanding of current narratives and market needs and allows us to assess the potential of a particular AI cryptocurrency in a more comprehensive way. So today, I decided to pick the most interesting and important stories. If you remember, not so long ago, we talked about Apple starting to add more AI to its devices, from glasses to MacBooks and regular iPhones. At the time, I said that this was just the beginning of a big race between the top tech manufacturers. And so it happened. We can already observe new AI devices from Samsung. They have created a ring that will monitor the health of its owner and will have many different AI features. It is quite interesting, and we should understand that we will see more and more new devices and interesting AI solutions in the future. For example, Fetch's conditional AI agents can work perfectly with smartwatches and so on. Devices with AI should significantly simplify some daily processes and actions. However, we will talk about Fetch later, and now I suggest we get back to AI news. OpenAI, the undisputed leader in the chatbot market, has partnered with Los Alamos National Laboratory to explore the safe use of multimodal AI models in life sciences research. The goal of the collaboration is to evaluate how models such as GPT-4o can assist scientists in the lab using visual and voice input. This is a very significant indicator of the overall adoption of AI, as this is just the beginning and OpenAI will continue to work with the government in other areas. Can you imagine what will happen when such a big and cool system becomes transparent and decentralized? How many problems will it be able to solve? Share in the comments what you think about this and whether we are about to see a full-fledged transition to AI. While you are typing, I would like to move on to the last piece of news, after which we will finally move on to the tokens. Let me start with the news about the merger of 3 projects into one. Ajax, Ocean, and Fetch are now ASI. At the time of making the video, the token is the second largest market cap of cryptocurrency AI projects, and there is actually quite a lot we can talk about here, but in this video, I want to summarize the first part of the merger and draw some conclusions. However, if you are interested in learning about everything in as much detail as possible, then I recently published a video on my channel where I talk about absolutely everything. In general, we have gone through many stages with this project, from endless postponements of the merger to the actual transition from Fetch to ASI. Of course, even some central exchanges have already converted Ajax and Ocean to the ASI token. However, everything turned out to be very complicated, and the project's communication was simply a complete failure. At first, they said that all the central exchanges would support the merger process, and even wrote a very detailed guide on how all the processes would take place. And it was really cool because before that, they had never really explained all the transition processes and given any clarity. And here was a guide and a clear date for the merger. I was happy with that, but then a series of strange events began. They deleted these posts that were a full guide and explanation of what to do next for all users. And then there was the news story that some exchanges did not have the necessary information from the project until the very last. And a great example is Coinbase, which simply refused to do the merge process on its platform. And as far as I am concerned, this is extremely unprofessional. It caused a lot of negative emotions among holders, because before we were all assured that all centralized exchanges would support the transition process. I want to clarify right away that I am not hating on the project in any way, because I received a lot of comments about it below the last video. Let's talk about it. I still see a lot of potential on the technical side and believe that together, these projects can reach great heights and demonstrate the power of AI. But their communication and work on fundamental issues leaves a lot to be desired. So far, like many other investors, I have a negative balance in my portfolio. And of course, I don't plan to drain it, because I have no doubt that the tokens will grow and show steep price points. By the way, I also want to tell you about SingularityNet's new partnership with Filecoin. Together, they will work on improving the AI and DePIN areas. I don't really understand why or how, but whatever. What do you think about the whole ASI situation? Let me know in the comments. Yes, of course I can't make a video about AI without mentioning my favorite render. As always, there are some interesting news and innovations. But before we get to them, I suggest we take a look at the price of this asset right now. Currently, the asset is worth only $6, which is as cheap as it gets, especially if you consider the technologies offered by Render Network. And of course, let's not forget the very influential and really cool partners who are the flagships of their fields and narratives. But enough about that, because the RNDR token will simply not exist anymore. And don't get me wrong, it really won't exist anymore. The team held a vote and the token holders decided to switch from Ethereum to the Solana blockchain. The token holders voted almost unanimously for Solana, which only underlines the power of this blockchain. By the way, unlike ASI, the team here has described the entire process and what is happening right now. They have also clearly described which central exchanges have supported it. Of course, the process is much simpler here, but in general, this is how the communication should have been done at ASI. Speaking of which, let's move on. I read your comments below each video, so today I added new tokens to this selection. So let's talk about TAO, which is a pretty vivid representative of the AI narrative. In fact, a lot of interesting things have been happening with this token lately. For example, an AI trading bot was built based on the TAO subnet. Although everything was fine in the beginning and the project showed about 66%, now this percentage has dropped quite a bit and PNL is close to zero. There are many reasons for this, including the recent significant market crashes. But the idea itself is quite interesting, and we just have to watch how these events develop. Unfortunately, there was also more negative news. Earlier this month, 32,000 TAO were stolen from the Bitensor wallet as a result of a security incident. Of course, this is not a very good event from a reputational point of view, but one way or another, TAO has already recovered from this, and now you can see it at still quite pleasant prices for investment. Today I decided not to mention ICP and Akash, because there is not enough interesting news about them yet. So I hope you will write in the comments which project you would like to see next in my videos. Also, I would like to remind you that this video is not financial advice at all. This is just my vision and thoughts on the market, so you should always do your own research before investing and invest wisely. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the growth of coins. Thanks for watching, your Coin Post.